What's up with y'all? Welcome back to Libra Club Social. It's your boy Jay, and today I'll be doing a general reading for the sign of Libra. What's up with it? Libra gang, gang, gang. We in this thing. Yeah, the Libra way. Libra gang, Libra way all day, every day using the Queer Tarot deck. I appreciate the love, support, likes, comments, and subscribes. And happy birthday to all my Libras out there. Libra season is still in full effect. 18 and up explicit content. And shouts out to everybody that's been booking with me as well. Libras are definitely the best to do it. So let's get into the reading. All right, the death card wants to show itself Scorpio energy, and Scorpio season is right around the corner. Something has came to an end. You have balance has been restored. We got the death card and the temperance. Yep. Took the words right out of my mouth. The cards were thinking what I was thinking. Balance has been restored. What do I mean by that? There's like a meter or a scale. It's a scale, but it's more of a meter. There's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then there's 0, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, like. So it's like if you were below or above, you're back grounded, you're back level, you're back balanced. First card out being the Tower. So yeah, something definitely came to an end, but it's less about the ending and more about the transition, the transformation. What came of the ending? Okay, now that something ended, what transformed from that ending? Missed opportunity, possibly, or something that cannot be recovered from. An emotional loss, an emotional low blow. You got hit below the belt. And this universe is showing you that the more you focus on your own energy, invest in self, not necessarily about being stingy or holding back, but just knowing when to give and when not to give, knowing when you're over giving. Libras have a tendency to people please, but it transforms into over giving, over loving, over explaining, over this bullshit. I'm over this bullshit. The Hierophant. So the spiritual lesson has been learned. God is giving you warnings. Universe is giving you signs, synchronicities. You've seen the red flags. You've seen the lesson. The lesson looks like it's been learned. Like when you learn the lesson, or when you finally gave in, or when you finally were done with the test, shall I say, the balance was restored at that moment, at that point in the recent past. Recent past could have been yesterday, last week, 2 days ago, 2 years ago, 2 months ago, 2 hours ago. Current energy, Queen of Wands, trying to channel and manage your sexual energy in the way that one of the ways I manage my sexual energy is working out a lot. Calisthenics and weight training. Others could do other things, channel, art, anything you can do to transmute your sexual energy. So right now you're transmuting your sexual energy on some alchemy type shit. What do I mean by that? As the alchemist, I move the energy from my lower root chakra and I bring it up into my crown chakra. And then I obviously apply the action behind whatever it is I'm trying to create or manifest. The Emperor is the current energy. So with the Emperor and the current energy, masculine energy, leader. I don't need no outside influence. I don't need friends. Not me. No, I'm not talking about me in general. I'm talking about the reading in general. Like for Libra, that's the current energy, the Aries energy. When the Emperor is showing up in the current, I do my dirt all by my lonely. I get shit done. Don't give a grown man job to a little boy and expect it to still get done the same way. The Emperor gets the job done on their own. The Emperor makes no excuses. The Emperor does and does not explain. So looks like you're walking away from a connection with an Aries, or a connection in general, or due to the fact that you're in your masculine energy, or the balance has been restored. Now you're free to walk away. Now you're free to go. The chains of the past are no longer holding you back. You're free. You're free. Okay. I got to write these messages down. The first one was balance has been restored. And I got to write it because I'll forget. Balance restored. Freedom at last. It's been a long time coming. All that type of energy, right? So yeah, multiple storylines. When I blurt out, oh, you're dealing with Aries and you're doing this and you're doing, when I'm yelling out 2, 3, 4 storylines, that's so it could resonate with the people who need to hear it, the general population. If it was specific to one storyline for a personal, then that's different. But with the general, you could be dealing with an Aries, you could be dealing with a Taurus, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, you could be walking away from a relationship that's no longer working, and that was the balance being restored. You could be making the decision to leave something behind in general, friendships, family, or trying to uphold that people-pleasing facade or image, because yes, it is a facade. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so you're turning your back and you're going towards the money. Show me where the money is. My OG told me this. He said, he said women, but I'm going to just say people. The people who come into your life and they don't bring any value and all they do is take, but they look good, cut them off. The people who come into your life and they bring value, they actually pay you what you're worth. They actually bear gifts when they arrive. They actually bring, again, value, even if it's monetary, even if it's whatever it is. Those are the ones you keep close, regardless of, yeah. So you got givers and takers. You got the ones who give and the ones who take. You got real ones and fakers. So the ones who reals and the ones who's fake. And you can see it clear as day. Current energy, Ace of Swords, very fierce. I would advise anyone out there, crosswatcher especially, do not fuck with a Libra at this time. We're coming out very fierce, not even aggressive. Fierce, think of a cheetah or a lion that's fierce. You can see the look in their eyes. Calm energy as well, royalty as well. But I would advise you not to fuck with a Libra at this time. Now the Five of Wands is coming out. A fight, a conflict, a struggle, a battle, a dispute will be resolved. How will it be resolved? How will we resolve this dispute? Well, you're already guaranteed to overcome it. You're guaranteed to overcome it because the universe is a scale within itself, but it's like a perfect scale. Libras, we're trying to balance out our equilibrium, our world, and then balance that out with the rest of the world. But the world itself, like Mother Earth, you know, they say Father God and Mother Earth is like a scale that's already perfectly balanced. That's why if you eat shitty food, you will feel shitty after. Universe is showing you, I'm already perfect. You do these things, these are the results, these are the outcome. So you being royalty or you having that Ace of Swords in the outcome, you're guaranteed to overcome it because the universe knows you're in good standing. You have a good heart. You don't do shit behind people's back. You don't throw stones and hide your hand. You don't make up lies and spread rumors about people. You know what I mean? So like if you were a good doer, a truth seeker, and an honest, you know what I mean? Like no weird or hidden intentions, universe can pick up on it. And that's why you always get away scot-free. That's why you always make it through. That's why you're always successful. That's why the sun is always shining on you. That's why you're always the exception to the rule. According to the rules, the occupation, according to the rules, the occupancy is full, but somehow, some way we found space for this Libra. We had space for one more person, which was Libra. All right, now, again, the world is already perfect in the way that, you've heard people say, oh, you're going to get yours, or they going to go through karma, or, what goes around comes around, which are all true things. But again, perception is reality for most people. So with that being said, if they don't see it, they don't believe it. But perception is reality. What if karma is instantaneous? Meaning, if the world is already balanced and perfect, you're living in your karma. Me breathing that air right now, that's my karma. That's what I reaped. I'm reaping what I sowed already. So what you see is what I sowed, and I'm reaping what I sowed in the current energy, currently. I put in that work. Now I got the result. And in that case, time and space is transcended. when it comes to certain things. So that's why it can seem like, oh, karma is waiting around the corner. Not, time is an illusion, but it's also like time and space can be transcended. That's why you can, I feel like I'm going way too deep, but that's why you can astro, consciously or unconsciously. That's why you can time travel in your mind if or astro. All right, so you will be rewarded for your losses, or you will be, again, karma. You will get the balance restored. Someone from your past, I still got to throw the little toxic ass drama. Yeah, someone from your past is going to be trying to, like, someone you severed ties with, or someone you had to walk away from or cut ties with. I say cut ties. It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. Someone you had to, okay, I'll show it to you. 5 of Swords. There's people behind you walking away, and you're walking away too. Y'all both got y'all back turned on each other, but there's swords, and people are hurt. People are crying. Have you ever told friends or family members, homeboy or your homegirl for women, you told them your problems, and no matter how much you express or sob and tell them how you feel, it just doesn't help or fix anything. So this 5 of Swords situation is people having to deal with a shitty situation on your own. Even talking about it with friends won't even help. But universe will still give you blessings. It's a time for healing. Daddy issues as well. I didn't channel that. I see that actually on the card. Knight of Swords is out. Ace of Cups is out right after the 5 of Swords, right? But then the Knight of Swords is out. This is all advice. Rushing into the unknown. Not rushing into the unknown, rushing in too quickly because of what? Daddy issues. You grow up, you do everything on your own. Not even this isn't about hyper independence. This is literally about daddy issues. Dad wasn't around as much as he should have been, so now you just do everything on your own because you feel like you have to. Trauma response. Ace of Wands. Whether you have people in your corner or not, people in your circle or not, people to call on or not, universe is supporting you. But that should be enough. The person I'm talking to, you may not have a mom or a dad to call on, or you may not be able to trust your mom or dad, but you still get support from universe by way of strangers, by way of, again, the way that things work out. Somehow, some way, it almost seems like you're lucky Libra, number 7. You could have been in and out of trials and tribulations, in and out of the system, in and out of traumatic experience, but somehow, some way, you still made it through. All right, that's the transformation that we've been talking about. Death card at the bottom of the deck. You're no longer enslaved to something, so make sure you realize that you are free from the chains of the past. No need to clarify. Messages coming through loud and clear. No confusion about this message at all. No. Oh. Don't talk to anyone and don't look at anyone. You need some fucking alone time, and you know why. You know why. Balance has been restored or is being restored. You need some fucking alone time, and you know why. Yeah, I don't need to clarify shit. Target emoji. If this reading hit, put the target emoji, the red target with the with the dart in the middle of it. If this resonated, target emoji, on point, 1,000%. I remember a while ago I was doing a reading for a young side story. I'm saying young lady. She was a little older than me. I used to participate in a psychic convention where there was a bunch of spiritual teachers and readers like myself. And this girl was like a energy worker. She did massages with pressure points. Like she could feel like she could guide the energy, and it wasn't a lot of pressure. It was like smooth pressure, like barely touching my skin, like using like the tips of her fingers or whatever. Anyways, we traded. She did that for me, like energy work on me, and I did exchange for her, a reading for her. And respectful lady, foreign, just, wholesome, put together, well respected, very professional. When I started doing the reading for her, she was like, wow, some of the stuff you say, and you're so confident in what you're saying. And I realized in that moment, it wasn't even confidence, because the confidence, that can come and go, and you can start doing something when you don't even have the confidence. People can fake it till you make it, or fake it until the confidence arrives. But when she said that, I realized in that moment, I realized she viewed it as confidence, but I realized in that moment, it wasn't even confidence. It was just that I've done readings so much, and I was so not even in tune, but so deep in my craft that it was like clockwork to me. It wasn't even me trying to be confident. It was just me knowing my shit. Like I knew, 1,000%, I didn't doubt any of the information that I was giving or receiving. Like the reading, as I'm reading the cards, I wasn't doubting anything. I was just, this is the message. Like this is what's true for me. This is what's really coming out. But she viewed it as, oh my God, you're so confident and sure in everything you're saying. I probably was a little dominant or whatever the case may be. She was like, wow, like, speaking conviction over her life almost. And some people are sensitive to that stuff, but just deeply invested in the truth. That's literally what it was. Just deeply invested in the truth. Truth seeker, genuinely trying to go in deep and find the message that she needs to hear. Genuinely trying. Fuck everything else. I'm being used as a channel, as a vessel. What I'm saying is 100% facts because I'm authentically being myself. Four of Wands. For Libra dealing with Aries, Four of Wands, building, coming together. They want to build, collab, or they want to join forces. They want this, or they still want this. Libra dealing with Taurus. They only care about what they want. Selfish ass bitch. Ooh, I can't stand a selfish bitch. Why? Or selfish person in general. Why? Because I'm the opposite. I'm a giver and a people's pleaser, right? That's what they say about Libras. So anyone who's selfish and just cares about themselves, I hate them. If you're dealing with a Gemini, you're protected and guarded, and so are they. Or they got their guard up, or so do you. If you're dealing with a Cancer, they want to give you a gift, or they want to give you a lighthearted gesture. Doesn't mean it's going to transform to anything, no, other than friends. Friendship at best. If you're dealing with a Leo, they're hiding their feelings. Know the truth, but don't want to admit it. If you're dealing with a Virgo, you need to cut them off. They need to cut you off. Someone's getting cut off. If you're dealing with a Libra, someone who's mature, focused on their finances and future plans, vice versa. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, seeds that have been planted are going to grow. Reap what you sow. Keep going in the direction that you already started on. You got a good thing going, don't ruin it. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, can't see the offerings that's coming through. They're too blind to see your truth, vice versa. And that's a plus. That's a plus being the underdog. That's a plus being misread or misguided or misjudged. Only God can judge me dealing with Sagittarius. But it's the fact that they're judging you and they're wrong. That's a plus. Your vision is fucked up. Oh well. Or this is you too sad to see the offer. Universe is trying to give you a new Sagittarius or Saggy in general that's with an offer, but you can't see it because you're focused on sadness or depression. Libra dealing with a Capricorn. They need money or want money or pocket watching or just focused on what you got or what you have to offer, while simultaneously at the same time not having much to offer in return. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, the devil haunts you. If you do something to one zodiac sign that's an Aquarius, it doesn't matter. You can deal with a whole different Aquarius and the karma will still show up in that different person that's the same zodiac sign as an Aquarius. So karma or whatever can't be avoided. The toxicity can't be avoided. You're wondering why you're suffering. Libra and Aquarius is a karmic connection. It doesn't matter how you flip it, man or woman, family members included. If you're dealing with the Pisces, they're juggling you and someone else. You ain't the only one. Typical Pisces shit. Yeah, you can have her. She was never mine type of energy. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. Thank y'all for being patient. Shouts out to everybody that's been booking with me, jtheemperor.com, for any more information, or you can just click the link in the description. The links, everything is linked in the description. Last message for Libra, then I'm gonna let y'all go. I got my mind on my money, but I should be focused on blank. So you could be focused on money, but there's other things to focus on at this time. That part, that way, I know that's right. I got my mind on my money, but I should be focused on saying no. Don't come asking me for no damn money or no favors. Don't come ask me to do something that's not going to be reciprocated or beneficial to me as well. The answer is no. Period. With a complete sentence. No dot. That's a complete sentence. I got my mind on my money, but I should be focused on primal screaming. I live in a luxury community, so I'm not finna scream. But if you can go outside in nature or find a pillow, that may be essential. That's all I got for the sign of Libra. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.